We could not have written a more perfect song for our party on the plaza if we tried it ourselves. We are heating it up right now with a sizzling summer classic, the Clambake. This morning's chef is definitely up to the challenge. He's Alan Susser, executive chef and owner of Chef Alan's in Aventura, Florida. We challenged him to come up here to New York to create the ultimate Clambake for 8 for less than our shoestring budget of $70. Great to have you with us this morning.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be up here.
And this is really, not only is it quintessential New England for a New England girl, I must say, but this really does scream 4th of July. Tell us what's on the menu for our Clambake.
Good. This is definitely 4th of July. It's grilled lobster and corn on the cob, all on the grill. Then we've got a Clambake with chorizo. We've got also an apple pie with
apple pie.
a la mode.
Oh, now you're speaking my language.
And also cranberry iced tea.
Okay, time for us to dig in. So we'll start off with the lobster, or as some people in my family would say, lobster.
Yeah.
And this lobster's already being cooked. We're going to grill it, but you quickly boiled it.
Right, we quickly boil it for about 3 minutes just to set the meat.
Okay.
And then what we're going to do is get cutting on this. So what we do is set this up to cut the tail.
Okay.
Cut that in half and then flip it over so we can get in.
Down the center.
Right down the center like that. Okay. So that's kind of what we do, and
cut it.
Gonna bring that over.
And this we're gonna I've never had grilled lobster.
Yeah, this is delicious. This is really gonna be good. So what we're gonna do is put these lobsters on.
Shell side down.
Shell side down, because what you wanna do is get all this goodness that cooks in the shell so you don't lose all that liquid. And just going to put a little bit of olive oil on that, okay? And that's kind of how we're gonna set it. You set it off to begin with over the heat. You see how this is bubbling away over here?
Right.
That's exactly what you want to do.
And that's kind of how we know it's done once it's
right.
There. About how long? Is this about 10 minutes?
It's about 10 minutes on the grill. So we're gonna take a couple of these off so we get a little taste on that.
We'll dig into those in a second.
Okay, and also corn.
The corn I noticed. Okay, so you know, I actually grill my corn a lot, but I always soak it. I pull the silk out, soak it in the sink-in water, but keep the husk on. I don't need to do that.
Yeah, well, you can, but we pulled out the silk out of that.
Fine, yes, so we don't even need to do that. Good, I eliminated a step.
There you go.
Grilled corn doesn't get much better. So we've got these two parts to our equation, but the actual Clambake, which is sort of the piece de resistance here, if you will. A lot of times people tend to do this with seaweed.
That's right. The traditional,
not always practical in some areas.
Well, you know, a traditional Clambake is done with seaweed, where it goes back to the days of the Indians, way back to the colonial days, even before that, and they would heat up the rocks on the beach, make a sand pit sort of, or a rock pit, make a big barn fire, let that cook off, and then when you have the rocks hot, then you take a big bowl of seaweed, put it on the hot rocks, then you'd put the clams on, the lobsters, the sausages, the potatoes, everything that comes onto a Clambake. This is like a fantastic,
kind of steams in there.
Yeah, it's a fantastic picnic. This is a seafood picnic. We did those growing up on vacation in Maine, but if you can't do that, you can really do, it's not even the poor man's Clambake, it's fantastic. So you've got some onions sweating in a pan here with a little bit of olive oil. And a little garlic. I'm going to ask you to help me, okay? A little bit of a chorizo to start off with.
Gives you some nice flavor.
Okay, chorizo is flavor as well as color and texture. That's kind of all the things that you always want to have. And some little potatoes,
There we go.
Exactly.
And you've got both mussels and clams here.
Right, and you know what? You can really put into a Clambake, you can put any kind of shellfish. You can use different types of mussels, different types of clams, you know, steamer clams.
Can I throw these in?
Yes, let's
put those. So we've only got a little less than a minute left, so we throw these in. This is far too easy, by the way. A little bit of wine you've got there.
And a little bit of wine. Probably about a cup or so of wine,
so
just like that.
Probably just enough to cover the bottom there,
right,
sort of.
Exactly, and season that up.
A little bit of sea salt.
And then what we're going to do is, if you would,
through the magic,
we're going to cover
we'll cover this one.
This one here.
And inhale quickly over here. Oh,
there you are.
Fantastic. So how long does this cook for?
This takes about 10 minutes to cook.
That's it?
Yeah, because...
I'm stealing a mussel, is
there
that
you
right?
go. Okay, well, let's scoop that all up, because what we could do is scoop some into the bowl.
Scoop it right here. Oh, this is great.
Yeah. So make sure you get a little bit of each.
This is it. 10 minutes for the lobster, 10 minutes for the Clambake?
Right. And that's if you're doing it in your backyard like this. Okay. That's the idea. You know, you want it to be wonderful and fresh, and just all the flavors meld together.
So good. It's a nice little touch of wine there.
Good.
Apple pie. You can pretty much do this any way you want. with the ice cream. It doesn't get much better than that. It's American as apple pie, right?
That's what 4th of July is all about.
There
You
you
should
go.
have comfort foods, easy to do, so that everybody's at home celebrating, bring the family together.
And enjoying themselves. You also want to have a good beer, because we learned this is the biggest beer holiday. So Ray Isle is back now with the perfect beer for our clam bake, which is...
I'm going to go with a lager, Sam Adams.
More Sam.
Perfect.
You know, it's the perfect beer, especially because it's a New England clam bake.
All right.
There you go.
Our
head chef here.
Gave one away.
The Irish guy maybe could just rip the top off on his own.
We're used to that.
Say no using your teeth.
And one for the chef. Gotta have one for the chef. There you go.
For the recipe, of course, you can find it at our website, cbsnews.com/Saturday. This is a perfect opportunity to toast not only the nation's birthday, but also...
Priya David. Priya. Engaged yesterday.
All right.
Go off the rock.
The question is, how much longer will we be calling her Priya David?
Oh, Alex, where are you, honey?
Congratulations. Congrats, City.
Thank you. Chef Alan, thanks for a fantastic meal.
Cheers.